friends, and welcome to Little Bitty Noggins. I am Amy, and today we are going to be making these super cute skull card hangers or decor that you could put on your mantle or in a little bowl or wherever you want to put it in your Halloween decorating. All right, so to start this pattern, we are going to need a G4mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, a yarn needle, some white yarn, acrylic worsted weight is what I'm using, and some acrylic worsted weight black yarn. The stitches we are going to be using today are single crochet in the round, which is pretty easy. We're going to be doing single crochet increases and decreases as well. And we're going to be doing some basic stitching for the facial features here. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave those questions in the comments section. I try to get back to everybody as soon as possible when you do post a comment. And yeah, so don't forget to like and subscribe, and here we go. So for the beginning of our skull, what we are going to do is we are going to take the tail of our yarn and we are going to make a magic ring. So I don't do magic rings the way everybody does magic rings. Mine are a little different. I'm going to zoom in real quick right here so you guys can see what I'm doing. So what I do is I take the tail of my yarn and just kind of drape it in my hand. I take the working part of my yarn and I wrap it around my fingers, crossing it over like so. Take the working end and just kind of tuck it under there. There's a little tuck. I take my crochet hook and I insert it into that loop that I just made. Kind of just let it hang. We're chilling. Grab the working yarn over my hook, and pull through, making a chain. That one sets up the magic ring, and then this next one locks it in. So chain 2. Now we're going to start doing our single crochets. For this pattern, it is 6 single crochets into this magic ring. So I'm going to do that. To do a single crochet, you insert your hook into the ring, yarn over, and then pull that yarn through the loop, yarn over again, and then pull through both of those loops that were on your hook, leaving just your working yarn loop. So I'm going to show you one more time really quickly. Take your hook, insert it into your ring, yarn over, grab that yarn over and pull it through, pinch your work, yarn over again, and pull through the 2 loops that were on your hook. So we've got 3 single crochets so far. Here's 4. So I don't know if y'all noticed, but my first yarn over inside of the loop, inside the loop, is one fluid motion. So I insert my hook and just grab that yarn right there. Pull it up, yarn over, pull through 2. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just need one more single crochet. And there it is. So we've got 6 single crochets on this strand here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our tail from our magic ring and we're just going to pull it nice and tight. And there it is. There's your magic ring. And next, we are not going to be inserting our hook and slip stitching and then chaining up one. We are working in the round. So we are just going to do a continuous stitching pattern. So next thing we're going to do is 2 single crochets into each stitch for increases. So 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochets into the same stitch. 3 and 4 are together. 5 and 6 are together. 7 and 8 are together. 9 and 10 are together, and then finally 11 and 12 are together. So there is the end of round 2. I don't know if you guys can see, but the core of my magic ring is kind of loosening up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that tail again, and I am going to pull it as tightly as I can to cinch that up, because we don't want to have a hole in the top of our skull. All right, round 3 is 18 single crochet in total. So what we're going to do is we are going to do a single crochet increase. So 1 and 2 are together, and then 1 single crochet into the next for 3. So 1, 2 are together, 3 is by itself. And we're going to repeat that pattern around. So 4 and 5 are together, 6 is by itself, 7 and 8 are together, 9 is by itself, 10 and 11 are together, 12 is by itself, 13 and 14 are together, 15 is by itself, 16 and 17 are together, 18 is by itself. All right, so there we got the first 3 rows or rounds of our skull. Next, we are going to do 2 rounds of 18 stitches, so 36 stitches in total, just working around. So 1, 2, I'm going to try to do this quickly. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and there's 18. And we got 1 more round of 18. We're going to continue counting from 18 to 36. There's 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 1 more is 36. Okay, so I don't know if you can see how this is kind of curling inward on itself. The right side is on the inside here. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to take our work and kind of fold it right side out. So if you look at this side, it kind of looks a little bumpy and not super neat, but when you fold it outward like this, it looks a little bit more tidy. All right, so we just did rounds 4 and 5 together. Now we're going to do round 6. This is another increase round. So what we're going to do is we are going to do an increase, a single crochet increase, and then 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches. So I just did 1, 2 together, 3 and 4 are by themselves. 5 and 6 are together, 7 and 8 are by themselves. 9 and 10 are together, 11 and 12 are by themselves, 13 and 14 are together, 15 and 16 are by themselves, 17 and 18 are together, 19 and 20 are by themselves, 21 and 22 are together, 23 and 24 are by themselves. If you find that I am crocheting too quickly for you and you are having a hard time keeping up with me, in the bottom right corner of your screen, there should be 3 dots. If you push those 3 dots, there is an option to slow down the video or to speed up the video. If you are finding that you are having a hard time, please feel free to just slow the video down, make it a little easier on yourself. I know I can speed up sometimes and I don't want to lose anybody, but it's just how quickly I crochet. So yeah, if you need to slow me down, slow me down. All right, so that was round 6. For round 7, we're going to do a round of just single crochets. So no increases, no nothing. So this is going to be of 24 stitches. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. All right, for round 8, it's another increase round. Yay! It is the last increase round though, so that's always a plus. For this one, we are going to be doing a single crochet increase and then 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches for a grand total of 30 stitches. So 1 single crochet increase for 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5 are by themselves. 6 and 7 are together. 8, 9, and 10 are by themselves. 11 and 12 are together. 13, 14, and 15 are by themselves. 16 and 17 are together. 18, 19, and 20 are by themselves. 21 and 22 together. 23, 24, and 25 are by themselves. 26 and 27 are together. And finally, 28, 29, and 30 are by themselves. All right, for rounds 9 through 11, 9, 10, and 11, we are going to do 30 single crochet. So that is a grand total of 90 stitches. And I am not going to make you guys watch me do 90 stitches in real time. So I am going to speed this up and I will meet you on the opposite side. Here's 89 and 90. All right, so right now we are going to do our first decrease round, and after this round we are going to create our eyes and we are going to create the face. But first we're going to do a decrease. So there are 2 ways you can do a single crochet decrease. The first one is your traditional decrease, which is where you insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop. Insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. So there are 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3. It's great, it works, but it's very, very obvious that it is a decrease. My preferred method is the invisible decrease, which is where you take your hook and you insert it into the front loop only of your work. You come over to the next stitch and you insert it into the front loop of that stitch. You yarn over and pull through both of those. So you only have 2 stitches on, or 2 loops on your hook. You yarn over, pull through both of those. You can't even tell that it is a decrease. So that's my preferred one to use, is the invisible decrease. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a decrease and then 3 single crochet, one into each of the next 3 stitches. So that is our 4. So we've got a decrease, 1, 2, 3. So decrease is 1, then 2, 3, and 4. Sorry, that was confusing. Okay, so our decrease is 1. Then we got a single crochet for 2, 3, and 4. Whew, it shouldn't have been that difficult. All right, now we're going to insert our hook and do another decrease for 5, then 6, 7, and 8 are by themselves. All right, and then 9 is a decrease, 10, 11, and 12 are by themselves. 13 is a decrease. 14, 15, and 16 are by themselves. 17 is a decrease. 18, 19, and 20 are by themselves. 21 is a decrease. 22, 23, and 24 are by themselves. And we're back to where our first decrease was. All right, we're going to give the white a break for a second here, and we are going to grab our black yarn. So we are going to be making 2 eyes and cutting the tails of one of those eyes long enough so we can sew the face features with the tail and not have to add in another piece of yarn to all of our already present yarns. So for this, we are going to do another magic ring. These eyes are actually really simple. It's just a magic ring with 6 single crochets. So we've got single crochet 1, single crochet 2, single crochet 3, 4, 5, and 6. So there is eyeball number 1. Pull that nice and tight. And for finishing this, we are going to insert our hook into the first stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through our working stitch, and then chain up 1, making a very long tail. So this is going to be the tail that we sew our eyeball in, and we are going to add our details. So there's eye number 1. Now on to eye number 2. We're doing the same thing again. So a magic ring and 6 single crochet. Yay! All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 more is 6. Grab our tail, pull it nice and tight. Insert your hook into the first stitch, yarn over, pull it through the other loop, and then give yourself a good bit of yarn. And cut. All right. So for the eyes, you can weave this in wherever. I tend to just kind of cut it shorter, like leaving a little bit behind where the eye is going to be sewn on. So it's not going to come unraveled, but it's also not going to be sticking out, and I don't have to do extra work because no one's going to be able to get to it. So it just goes in there like that. So that is the tail from making your magic ring. All right, here is the spot where we are working. This is the front. What we are going to do is we are going to place our eyes. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The bottom of the eye is going to be on top of the 8th row. So to determine that, we're going to look at our work. Here is round 1. Here is round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5, round 6, round 7, round 8. So the top of our eye is going to start here. If you're going from the top, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 rows down. So we're going to take our eye and we're going to place it on there, like so. And I just realized I have not threaded my yarn needle yet. So let's get that done real quick with our long tail. All right, don't mind my busted hands, y'all. I've been working in the garden this summer and my eczema has flared up, and did y'all know that everything tries to bite you in the garden? Like, not just bugs, plants too. So I planted squash and I planted cucumbers and I planted tomatoes. I planted a couple other things, but they didn't do so well. My bell peppers kind of died, and so did a lot of the herbs and stuff that I grew as well. But my cucumbers killed, and so did my tomatoes. But cucumber plants, on the bottom of their leaves and on their stems, they're spiky. They will bite you, and same with squash. Squash plants, they are not nice. So what I'm doing, it was just a quick into the work, come out of the eyeball, and pull it into the work, come out of the eye, just working away. You kind of see it right here because I came a little far out there. That's okay though. So next I'm going to insert this guy in there because I don't know if I want to use this strand or the next strand. So we're going to leave that. So we've got eyeball number 1 on there, or eye socket. I guess it would be a socket because it's a skeleton, huh? All right, and then we are going to do 2 full stitches between the eyes. So we got 1, 2. Let's see, did I do the same for this one? 1, 2, yeah. All right, let's thread our needle real quick here. All right, and we are going to look, we got 1, 2 stitches, and we're going to place our eye at the same point on the face, and we are just going to insert our hook into the main body and into the eye and pull. And we're going to do it again. So insert your hook into the main body and the eye and pull. And we're just going to keep doing this all the way around. But yeah, so don't mind my scratches and boo-boos and all that stuff. My garden's just trying to get me. It was my first year planting like a bigger garden this year. Sometimes I'll have some stuff in pots and, you know, try to grow cherry tomatoes. This year I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do big. So I got 2 4x8 raised beds and filled them up and grew things. All right, so there we go. There's eye socket number 2. And we're gonna do the same thing that we did with the first one, which was pull the yarn into the inside. And let's see which of these is longer. All right, this one is definitely longer. So we are going to grab that and thread that needle. All right, to make the nose, what I do is I look for the row right below the eyeball or eye socket, and I go to like where the corner of the eye is and come straight down. And that's where my starting point is going to be. So right there. And we're going to come out from inside like so. And then we are going to go up 2 rows to the center point between the eyes. And we are going to pull that there. Next, we're going to go over 2 stitches and we are going to put our needle through there and pull it through and go directly into that same spot that we went into previously. So there's our nose. You can arrange it however you want to. If you want it smaller, you can make it smaller. If you want it larger, you can make it larger. This one's a little smaller, not by too much, but a little bit. And then for the mouth, what we're going to do is we're going to find the center point of the eye, and we're going to come down 1, 2, 3 rows. So it's going to be right here. And from the inside, we are going to exit that spot, pulling, it's going to tighten that up a little bit, which is good. And we are going to come across about 4 to 5 stitches, basically to the center point of this eye. Come right down here and insert our our needle into that spot. So we've got the straight line for our skull. And then what we're going to do is we are going to make some teeth. We're just going to go to the bottom point and then directly above, and then come over a stitch right there, and then go directly above, and then go over another stitch and go directly above. Just like that. And there's your face. Now we're going to flip inside out. It looks awful. That's okay though. And we're going to take the first tail from our eye and the second tail from our eyes and mouth, and we are just going to tie a knot. So 1 and 2, and then you can leave these long if you want to. I try not to leave too many strings flopping around everywhere. And then we're going to pull ourselves back forward. So we're back to where we were before. And we are going to be doing another decrease round. We have 3 more rounds on this, y'all. All right. We can do this. We're so close. All right. So tuck all of our strands in there. Okay. So this decrease round is going to be a decrease and then a 1 single crochet into the next 2. So there's our decrease for 1, 2, and 3 are by themselves. Here is 4, 5, and 6 are by themselves. Here's 7, 8, and 9 are by themselves. 10, 11 and 12 are by themselves. 13, 14 and 15 are by themselves. 16 is a decrease. And then 17 and 18 are by themselves. I just realized I forgot to tell y'all that we need polyfill also, because I completely forgot about it. Luckily, I've got polyfill sitting right next to me in this bag, and I've got a small amount on my desk. We got this. It's gonna be okay. Sometimes you just gotta keep telling yourself that. I need to move these strings off of here. It's so busy. All right, so there's round 12. Oh, 13, sorry. So we've got 2 rounds left. Round 14 is going to be a decrease, and then 1 single crochet after. So 1 and 2 are done. Here's 3 for a decrease, 4 by itself, 5 is a decrease, 6 is by itself, 7 is the decrease, and 8 is by itself, 9 is a decrease, and 10 is by itself, 11 is a decrease, and 12 is by itself. And at this point, I am going to start stuffing my skull. I don't really like to stuff sooner than I have to because I don't like it when polyfill gets in my stitches. It's not that big of a deal when it's a white yarn that you're working with, but when you're working with a darker color or a brighter color, you can see the polyfill if it gets caught in your stitches, and that's just not, it's not fun. And it also doesn't feel very good. I'm a very tactile person, like things have to feel good, and having polyfill running through my yarn around my hook, it's like nails on a chalkboard. Just doesn't feel good. All right. Oh, what in the world? Ew. All right. So Scully is stuffed, and this is the point. If you want, you can like pose his face, like get it kind of flatter and kind of bring it in on the bottom. Just make sure that he's nicely stuffed. And then we're going to work on the last round, which is going to be 6 single crochet decreases. And then we are going to be done with that. So there's 1. There's 2. These ones are a little bit more difficult because it's a smaller area to work in. So there was 3. Here comes 4. There's 5. And 1 more. Come on. Really? There we go. There's 6. All right. And next what we are going to do is we are going to insert our hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, pull it through the loop that we were just working with, yarn over again, and pull some yarn out for our tail. Oh, that did not cut it all the way. There we go. All right, pull that nice and tight. Got your Scully. Here's what we have left for a hole. And what we are going to do is take our yarn needle and we are going to cinch that closed. So we're going to thread that white yarn in here, back and forth through each of the stitches. Just like that. Gorgeous. Cinch it closed. Go through a couple of loopy areas. And we're going to have a loop here. We're going to go through that loop and pull this tight. And it's going to be our knot. So cinch that up. We're going to take our needle, go through the center, and pull it directly through the bottom, weaving that in. And then we are going to cut this off. And there you have it, my friends. A super cute, look, you can kind of position and pose his face to make him look a little scarier. And there you go. We've got 3 skulls ready to roll. And again, if you have any questions about this pattern or the making of it that I wasn't able, or that I didn't put through the video, just let me know in the comment section and I will do my best to help you understand or answer your questions. I hope y'all have a wonderful spooky season and I can't wait to see y'all next time. Happy hauntings, friends. Bye.